playing probably the best football right now. They're talented. They play hard. So, we got a pretty tough task ahead of us, but we'll be ready for it.
And you have your hands full, obviously, with this week's task. But Frank talked to us on Monday about what's still ahead of you, the playoffs potentially. You guys aren't that far off. Do you remind the team about that? Of what's still at stake? What you guys can still accomplish?
I do not. I do not. There again, I'm everything that my focus was from the time that game ended was about Jacksonville, because I think everything has to be about this opponent, this next game. I really believe that, and I know there's a lot of coach speaking that, but I really do, man. I think this is a crucial game for us. We got to be able to get back in the win column, do things right, do what we've done over the last 3 or 4 weeks here, and you got to go earn a win again. Doesn't matter who that opponent is, because they're playing pretty good football. So if we take a step back from where we've been, then our chances of winning go way down. So I think everything has to be about this one, and we have to put our head down and go to work and do the things right, do all the little things right, and then 6 weeks from now, you look up and the dust is cleared, and let's see what happens.
Did you do any standings watching when you were a player? Players, they have to be aware of this. Is it something that just...
Oh, they are. They are, absolutely. And yes, I did, that's always going to be in the back of your head, because we're all competitive, right? And that's what the goal of all this is always when you're playing. It's to be able to play in the big one. And how do you do that? Well, you got to find a way to get into the playoffs. And so certainly that's always going to be in the back of your head. But I know if you start looking down that road and thinking about that and who we got in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and then what if this team loses, it doesn't matter, because it's all for naught. I know this, we got to win, and if we don't win, we're not going to have a chance to get in.
Obviously, 1 year anniversary today. Maybe you can just speak to why you're wearing it, A, and then B, just what sort of conversations, if any, have you had with Zach Line over the past year, just about the impact?
No, look, it's only just simply what everybody in this community already knows. It is an anniversary, and if you're outside of that community who was directly impacted, you go about your lives and you forget about it. You got other things going on, this and that, and I think just for this moment, I wanted to know we're thinking about them, and that there was just a little bit of thought that went into the fact that, hey, this happened a year ago, and we feel your pain, and just because time has passed doesn't mean that those scars aren't still there. I think that more than anything, we just want you to know, hey, we see you, we still see you, and I think that's a big thing. Zach, look, he's a great friend. He was a guy that was, a teammate that, he endured himself to his teammates. Guys love playing with him, but I just know that, what our players did and were able to do, and just the awareness that was put forth and the caring, and I know it meant a lot to him and to those guys and to everybody over there. But there again, it's about them, not us.
I worry about getting that ball over there, though, because you guys went through a lot to make sure they got the ball over to the school. How much did you want that ball to be in that community from the first win last year?
Yeah, look, I think it was important. I think that was, it's just, look, I go back to that time last year, and there was more to it than just we're going out to win a game. It was about, at the very least, you wanted to just take their mind off of some of that pain for a 3-hour period, and give them something that they could be proud of, something that took their mind off of it even for a little bit, and know that, hey, we were playing for them, and so I was glad we were able to give that to them and then give them the ball.
And obviously you guys did homework on Trayvon Walker for obvious reasons. What did you think of them when you did the pre-draft stuff, and how do you think he's played so far?
Yeah, we really liked Trayvon. Liked him a lot. We're really high on him. And I think he's what we thought he would be. He's very versatile. He plays their outside linebacker in base, and then plays their rush end. He can play both sides. He's got length, he's got speed, he's got power, and he's, every week he gets a little bit better. So, I think they got a good pickup over there, and I think we got a good pickup. So.
And in some ways, you look at Jacksonville as a mirror image in terms of you have the same record, and both teams probably think, and other teams around the league think, you're better than your record. Do you see any similarities in that way? Dangerous 4-7 teams?
Well, I know that, when you watch the games that they've played this year, they've certainly been in a number of them and had their opportunities, and which is very similar to us, and haven't been able to close it out, and when things don't go well, it's usually because of the takeaways or the turnovers that come about, and that's the same with us. So I just think in that regard, yeah, we are very similar, I think it's a dangerous team. I think we're a dangerous team. And I kind of think it's about who's going to play cleaner ball and who wants it more. That's what I think.
Coming off, I guess, an emotional high with the win they had on Sunday, is there anything you need to do early in the game to kind of make sure that momentum doesn't carry over or sustain?
You'd always love to get to a fast start. We always would want to do that. A 3-and-out on defense or offense, you take it all the way down, score a touchdown. But, there again, I think more than anything, you just want to be efficient, and you always want it to go perfect. But I think more than anything, you want to know that anything that transpires is because the opponent earned it and we didn't just give it away, whatever that drive or that series is to start the game out. But, yeah, we need to get to a fast start. We need to get in a fast start in the third quarter, too. We got to be better there. But they're playing with a lot of confidence.
Efficient. You guys are over 71% in the red zone. I think that's second in the league. So what's been the catalyst behind that? Why have you guys been able to be so consistent in the red zone and not having to settle for field goals?
Well, I think a lot of it is, we run the ball well in the red zone. That helps. If you can run the ball, it helps with everything. Not only just that, but also your run action passes. We've had some keepers. We've had the boots off of it, and then the dropbacks we've had have been close enough in the red zone to where you feel pretty good about it. You don't feel like you're backed up and it's 3rd and 10 at the 10. Those are hard. So I just think we've been pretty patient and take what's there, and I think anytime you can run it in the red zone, you're probably going to be a pretty good red zone team. Doing good. Yeah, he's doing good. He was out there running around. He feels better than he did last week, so that's a positive.
Maybe you can just speak to what he's giving you to. I know it's only been 4 games I think that he's played, but obviously had a big impact when he first came on. The way that he sort of changed that defense and allowed Aiden to free him up a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Josh Pascal. I thought you were talking about Reynolds. Yeah, you said Josh. Reynolds is doing great. So, yeah, Pascal feels better. He feels better. He doesn't feel as good as Reynolds does, but he feels better. But we're going to let him run around today, get some individual, and then we'll see where it goes. He'll be a day-to-day, and if he can take a little bit today, we'll give him some more, and if he can take more tomorrow, then we'll do that, and then we'll gauge that status as it goes. But it'd be great to get him back. It would. He helps us.
How do you feel about DeAndre Swift's performance with a little bit of an increased workload against the Bills, and then how did he respond to the mini break?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things for us. I thought he brought us a little bit of life, and I feel like every week he's starting to feel better, and getting himself back into where he wants to be and where we want him to be. So I anticipate him getting a little bit more this week.
With James Houston, you found room on the roster for him this week. 2 sacks and 5 snaps is obviously impressive.
We found a spot in a hurry for that.
Certainly doesn't look like those were fluky sacks either. I mean, beating double teams both times. So, what does capitalizing that opportunity do for him going forward? How much are you going to be trying to find more snaps for him this week and going forward?
Well, I think anytime you're a young guy and you have these, you have this idea in your head of what you can be, right? What you're going to do the first time you step on the field. It doesn't always work that way, but I think for him, for 5 snaps, I think it went about the way he thought it was going to go, which, so it's not always going to be that way, but yet, his confidence in his own ability and really on us just, we knew there was something there. There is something about him as a rusher. And he's every week just gotten better and better. He's put in the work, which is a credit to him. He's going against some damn good tackles every week, our guys, Sewell and Decker. And so certainly that helps his confidence. He knows, I think what it does is it just tells him, what I do, I've got the ability to play in this league. And I think he's figured that out soon. Now, that's just, hey, go eat. You put him out there and just say go. So there's things he's got to be able to do more for us than just that, and it's got to be more than just 5 reps. But certainly we're going to get him more involved.
What are you seeing from Trevor Lawrence?
I see a player who's gotten better, all right, particularly over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Really that last drive last week was big. They got in a 4th and 5. He makes a critical throw. They double move down there in the far red, the deep red zone, and he hits that to Zay Jones, and and then the throw to Marvin over there. That was big, and I think that was, when you look at it, every week I feel like, man, if you're not careful, he'll pick you apart, and they'll have schemes that they do well, things they hang their hat on, but they'll attack your coverages, and he's been pretty good. He doesn't hold that ball long. He's going to get it out. But I think that was the icing on the cake for him, to see him drive him down the field, man, at the end of that game and make critical throws. He's playing at a high level and a lot of confidence, So I don't have to tell you, man, we got to try to push the pocket on him, and we got to challenge a little bit at times and see if we can get him out of rhythm. Okay.